Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hope you're all doing good. So this is the second series of medical entrance gallery, and in this session I have picked up some more questions from the chapter 2, that is sexual reproduction in flowering plants. So now let's move on to the questions. Before that, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon to get updates of my videos. Yes, entry of pollen tube with two male gametes and tube nucleus through micropyle is option A mesogamy, option B porogamy, option C chalassogamy, and option D none of these. Here the answer is option B porogamy. See, in majority of the cases, pollen tube containing the male gametes will enter the ovule through micropyle, and the process is called as porogamy. So here is the next question. Ovule integument get transformed into option A seed, option B fruit wall, option C seed coat, and option D cotyledons. Answer is option C seed coat. Now let me tell you some of the post fertilization changes that are taking place. Okay, so here ovule. Firstly, the ovule get transformed into seed. Then ovary get transformed into fruit. Outer integument get transformed into testa, or you can also call it as outer seed coat, wherein inner integument get transformed into tegmen, or it is called as inner seed coat. The ovule in which the funicle, chalaza and micropyle lie in one vertical plane is called option A camphylotrophus, option B amphitrophus, option C orthotrophus, and option D anatrophus. Answer is option C orthotrophus. Let me tell you the reason. The ovule in which the funicle, chalaza and micropyle lie in one vertical plane is called as orthotropous ovule. Getting? So orthotropous is a Greek word wherein orthos means straight and trop means turn. So in this type, the body of the ovule is straight, hilum and chalaza find close to it. Getting? So it is called as autotrophous or erect ovule, and example for this will be Piperaceae family, Polygonaceae family, and Utricaceae family, and you can say that it is the most primitive and simplest type of ovule in angiosperms. Yes, testa of a seed is produced from option A ovary wall, option B hilum, option C outer integument of ovule, and option D funicle. The outer seed coat of a seed is produced from outer integument of ovule, as I told you earlier. Then the inner integument transform tegmen, and ovary wall forms pericarp, or it is called as fruit wall. Cleistogamous flowers is found in option A tobacco, option B viola, option C mirabilis, option D none of these. You know that bisexual flowers which do not open at all are called as cleistogamous flowers. In such flowers, anthers and stigma lie very close to each other. Viola, which is commonly called as common pansy, it has both cleistogamous and as well as chasmogamous flowers. Chasmogamous flowers remain open with exposed anther and as well as stigma. Next, if stalk contains 58 chromosomes and scion contains 30 chromosomes, then how many chromosomes are present in root and axil of resultant plant respectively? Option A 30 and 29, option B 15 and 58, option C 58 and 15, and option D 29 and 30. So here the answer is option C 58 and 15. Let us know what is stalk and scion first. Okay, the plant part containing strong root system is called as stalk, while the plant part containing better flower or fruit yield is called as scion. So the chromosome number remains same in root cells, but it get reduced to half in egg cell. Hence here the answer is option C 58 and 15. How many nuclei take part in double fertilization of flowering plants? Option A 3, option B 2, option C 4, and option D 8. Here, double fertilization is the characteristic feature of the angiosperm, no doubt in that, and it is the fusion of two male gametes brought by the pollen tube to two different cells of the same female gametophyte to produce egg and as well as endosperm, as you know it. A total of 5 nuclei take part in the double fertilization usually, but sometimes it is 4 as the two polar nuclei fuses to form one. Apomictic embryos in citrus arises from option A synergids, option B maternal sporophytic tissue in ovule, option C antipodal cells, and option D diploid egg. Answer is option B maternal sporophytic tissue in ovule. See, in citrus, usually apomictic embryos arises from maternal sporophytic tissues in ovule. Next, endosperm is consumed by developing embryo in the seeds of option A coconut, option B castor, option C pea, and option D maize. Answer is option C pea. Here the seeds of pea consumes the endosperm during the development of the embryo. Hence the option C is the answer. Yes, here is the last question before you. Which one of the following is resistant to the enzyme action? Option A cork, option B wood fiber, option C pollen exine, and option D leaf cuticle. Answer is option C pollen exine. Why? Because you know that there is a dead tissue on the pollen exine or outer part of the pollen, that is the sporogenous tissue. So this sporogenous tissue protects the pollen grains from adverse conditions of the environment like high temperature, low temperature, humidity, moist conditions, okay, and even from the enzymatic actions. So here the answer is option C pollen exine. Hope you like this video. Please do subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon. Also never miss an update from me. So stay tuned. See you in the next video. Until then, take care.